All right, so this is Content Groove, one of the many tools that can be utilized to do amazing things using AI. And I trust that it will be something that is super helpful for everybody who is watching this video. You can upload a video from the internet, a link, or you can upload the native video, something that you have actually edited and have saved on your desktop, like for example this juicing video that I have here. So I have the video of Mia and myself talking before the Art Heals Earth School community call, and I just uploaded the edited version of that video. I created something in iMovie that sort of was more like a 10-minute long video from our 40-minute long live stream. But you could upload just a regular live stream. You don't have to actually have an edited video. It can be a long form of anything, either that you've created or that you found on the internet, and then upload it to the main area like this. I'll go ahead and upload the juicing video because I will probably clip that as well. Let's see. I have not made a voiceover for it yet, but I will in iMovie later, which is the tool here, Apple video editing software, but there's tons of video editing software. It doesn't have to be iMovie. That's just what I'm using. I've also actually really for a long time preferred Adobe Creative Suite and Adobe Rush as a video editing software. Just a heads up. But I love this editing software because, or this website rather, Content Groove, because it automatically transcribes everything. And I've looked, it will transcribe in whatever language the video is in. I have tested Italian and Arabic so far, and it really does like work pretty well. So it transcribes everything, which is great from the very beginning to the very end, because this is a 10-minute, 22-second video. But it will automatically AI generate clips here on the side. So you can watch the clips. It shows you the timestamps. You can extend those out, but usually it's pretty much right on the money from what you want. You can also add captions to the videos like such here. And you can also crop it to be, for example, like a story-sized video. And this is what I normally do with this tool. But since this is a live stream of 2 people, I probably won't do that. I'm probably going to keep it at its original and then edit it to have captions on a tool called Video, so that it's a little bit more fitting, literally, of the frame. Because as you can tell, if I crop it here, it's going to be cutting off. I would like that it would cut off this Restream logo because that's the streaming platform, but it would cut off the caption here of the Art Heals Earth School and the title, or it would cut off either of our faces. So I'm just going to leave it at 16:9 and let it be what it is. But I might add the captions. Let's see what we like, or if we like the way that they look. I will decide as I watch the video.
The people in the rural area, the indigent people. These are indigent people, by the way. I'm not exactly sure what tribe they are from, but they're one of our indigents here. So opportunities, zero opportunities most of the time. Then education, most of them can just go through primary school and maybe secondary now, but I doubt if they can still go to college. So our purpose is to help the helpless, be helpful to the helpless people. Let's keep on empowering more women.
So beautiful. I love her. She's so great. Yeah, so I don't like the way that the captions look, so I'm going to turn it off, but that was awesome like clip that that the AI selected. Let's see what else it came up with.
think it's part of our daily activity and goal. It's actually in our inside us already that we want to take care of more people, and it's good that we have this kind of community, that we have this container, right? You will have one container that everyone has the same goal, aligned to, aligned to do great things.
Family and servitude and contribution and giving of heart in mind and spirit.
Beautiful. So what I love about this is you can just download. I don't even usually watch what it created. I usually will just, like, this is a much longer video, but you can get really efficient with these tools. I normally would just go through and click download and go and click download and go and click download, which as I'm doing that, it's popping up here on the side of the screen, as you can see, one at a time. There might even be some repeats because I pressed it a few times. But I do want to actually watch what these videos populated as clips. However, you could see how easy and how quick and fast that is. And I will move on to the next tool in a minute, and you'll be able to see what it looks like with video.
And this type of community is not so common in the Philippines. I'm not sure in the other parts, but here in the southern part, it's not so common. So I am knowing that there are people like you doing this. I'd like to start something in my community too. Yes, this is not just because we want to earn, but this is, I mean, as you can see what's happening around the world right now, we are so there's really a lot. We want a community that they are not our relatives by blood, but we have the same vision, we have the same goal. We want them to be our source of our strength, so we can do so much more, so we can do much better than other people, change our minds.
Beautiful.
Recognizing that, like I crossed 7 rivers barefoot to get to school to write on 1 sheet of paper for 4 subjects every day with no food. We're talking about the problem, but I want to get to the solution, because that's one of our principles is serve, be the solution every chance you get. What we're doing is offering these art classes, and all of the money that is going to be made from the art classes is going to go right back into the women who we're building this with, hiring one of the VAs to, send these art supplies out, get a freight shipment of food to Davao City.
Awesome. And we'll look at the last one.
Beautiful art, calligraphy. So I'm selling for the Philippines and Davao City port in freight shipments in 25-pound, 50-pound, 100-pound boxes of dried fruit, fresh, all alkaline vegan foods.
Going to school without learning anything.
Okay, so that is what it automatically created, but for example with this video, I want to extend a little bit longer so that why isn't it working? There, we'll do it that way. So that you get a little bit more information in the video. So I think that would be good enough. Let's see, 9 minutes 14 seconds. So average clip is about 1 minute long. So I could go actually all the way to the end of the video, pretty much. And I think that would be sufficient. Actually, I'm going to leave it right there. 10 minutes, 15 seconds. And I should be able to just, where is it? I think it's this last one. I should be able to save the clip as is now and see it make those changes and then re-download it. So let's see what it does. And while it is doing that, actually, I will open up video This is vidyo is another AI tool that we will utilize for the next step. Wow, it's taking its time. So while we're waiting for that, I'll go ahead and open some of the videos that I already downloaded. So here's the first one. Only caveat about this tool is that you can only upload one at a time and edit one at a time. But if you get ahead of it, you can sort of have one like uploading and editing in the background. I do this in batches. So as you can see, like I would edit all of these things would go through pages and pages and pages and pages of videos. That you can see just editing very easily through these tools. So as you see, it's processing. It's going to tell me, hold your horses, cowboy, meaning slow down. It's not going to let me try to upload one in the background while it's waiting. So that's a little bit annoying, but we at least see that this video now is ready. So we've got it queued up, and it is a minute long now. So that means that the edit's saved. So that's great. All right. Okay, and then it says ready. So what I'm going to do is let one upload in the background while I am editing this one. And that way, when it's done, or when I'm done editing it, that upload will be done, and I can sort of have another one in the background while I'm waiting. So I don't want it to take up the screen like that. I want to actually minimize it, and I'll let the restream caption go off the side of the screen just a little bit smaller. And that's just me being particular. You don't have to do it that way. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, so I didn't like the way that template looked, so I want to find the template first that I do like. I normally just go with this first one because I like it just plain and simple. I used to be a lot more like, make it pop, but then I realized, like, no, don't make it pop. Just leave it plain and simple. It's easier. People respond better to that. It's cleaner. Simplicity is sophistication, they say. Complexity is the enemy of execution, they say, which I learned the hard way. Please don't, but you could ask anyone who I worked with in the past, and they know that that's true. That took me a while to learn. So, here we go.
People, by the way. I'm not exactly sure what tribe they are
Simple,
from, but
beautiful,
one of our
confirm.
So,
We'll let that download. And when you're working on these really fast, like, you lose track sometimes because you can do like 20, 30 videos in I don't even know how long, a short amount of time, maybe a half an hour to an hour, depending on how fast you can get, which is a lot of content. I mean, how long has this tutorial video been of me explaining? Probably already a handful of minutes. So that just goes to show, like, if you get into the flow of things, you can really make a really lot of progress in a very short amount of time, especially whenever you get used to it, and especially whenever you're intentional with it, whenever you have a vision, whenever you know, like, this is the theme of the video that I'm going for, this is the client looking for this kind of content, and then you have a system, and when you have a system, you're able to get really skilled at something very rapidly. So that's it's a great thing to be able to do. All right, let's make it a little bit smaller again. And there we go. Let's see where it's at.
That, yeah, like I crossed 7 rivers.
Crossed 7 rivers. Walked 2 hours both directions, 7 rivers, no shoes, no food. 1 sheet of paper. It's absurd. So grateful. Truly. Okay, So that one's loading, and then we're gonna upload this last one that should have just downloaded now. Where is it? Oh, and it looks like I missed this one down here, so I'll upload that, and then it'll be the last one. That's the 1 minute long one next to it. And I'll just make this tutorial video to batch all of them, and then I'll show you all how I'm going to take it all the way through, how I would schedule it. For YouTube itself, there are other platforms like repurpose.io for a lot of other scheduling. I haven't synced my TikTok, which I just literally created 5 seconds ago, or my YouTube and Facebook, which I also just created the Facebook.
This type of community is
okay. I like the way that those captions are positioned. I just created the Facebook the other day as well. I had deleted all of my accounts so that I could gain some clarity and rebrand and rebuild my audiences from scratch. But now that I have a new TikTok account, I might end up using like repurpose.io to actually have all of my content schedule out on one platform. But for now, scheduling manually on YouTube is easy, and I actually kind of like it. I love YouTube as a platform. I didn't really realize how much I loved YouTube as a platform until I started using it it and my email newsletter. But I love YouTube as a platform. It's so great. I watch YouTube all the time, but I wasn't creating very consistently on it until more recently, and you can't convince me otherwise. I think it's one of the best platforms out there. I really do. But it'll be nice to have TikTok for some more organic reach beyond what YouTube is bringing, and then the objective of my TikTok account is going to just be to bring more people and aligned members for my community and for our community to the YouTube channel, and then inevitably to the actual community itself, because the goal is not to be on social media.
I think it's part of our daily activity.
Awesome. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep, so we should only have 5 anyway. That's perfect. And so for the new TikTok account, I'm going to post these videos which talk about the why and the purpose. And I will also then post these already created and clipped and edited videos from a process video of making this painting. So you'll be able to see the up close content of the art. Not to play all of the audio at the same exact time. You can see this is more up close content. So you'll see the process videos of me actually drawing those things, and then you'll see the reason why we're doing it. And that's a good place to start with a TikTok. And the thing about TikTok is that because I have just created the account, it's going to drive more traffic to the page. So it'll be a lot easier to get a lot of views on these kinds of videos. Not that that really matters all that much. It's always quality over quantity. But it's a good way to start the profile because there's not going to be content that's more in alignment with that, especially with what our current objective actually is. So let's see, I'm going to change to date created. So that'll change to the time stamp of what I actually am looking to do. And if you believe it or not, this is actually disorganized. My desktop looks disorganized for what I like or how I like to keep it. Which is kind of funny because this is pretty organized still. But I usually have everything like perfect in one folder off to the side. I don't ever keep things just like this is a lot of downloads for me right now. And that's important to keep things super tight, keep things very like, basically by the time I'm done with my computer every day or every night, it's like it's a brand new computer. It's so important to keep things that organized. It just keeps your mind clear and fresh, which is, it takes a lot of decluttering to get to that. So I'm just going to name this, actually we already have a folder, it's called Thrive on Purpose there, so I'm going to name this Clips. And I wonder if I don't have it up right now, but I'll probably do a whole other video just show you guys how I organize things. Because that's definitely a whole video in and of itself. The way I create folders to make sure everything's always easily findable. Because trust me, I've seen in the inside of the minds of some people and through their computers, and it drives me crazy. So now we're on the back end of the YouTube, and I can upload certain videos. You can upload videos that are clip length onto YouTube, and it'll and schedule them, and it will automatically schedule them as posts. Excuse me, obviously. It will schedule them as shorts, like reels on Instagram. This is called a short. So yeah, it'll automatically do it. But I will just go ahead and post one. I don't remember which one I selected. Oh, but what I like about this tool as well is it names the file. So I don't have to remember which one I selected. It just pops up for me. And then it'll give me different hashtags that I can select from. And I'm just going to come up with another one, community, why, hashtag purpose. Oh, I ran out of space. That's good enough for me. So I'll do next. Actually, I'll go back because I can add related videos at the end. And since I have so many, I'll select one. Next. And I like to always set a premiere for my videos because it gives everyone a notification that there's a new video. So it'll open up in a new tab. Let's see, it's gonna be like that. All right. It's still uploading. It'll pop up here though in the shorts. Not here in the videos because it's a short form video. And then I will just schedule one. Which one did I choose? Okay, I chose that one. So I don't remember what was actually the content of the video.
This type of community is not so common in the Philippines. I'm not sure.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was the one about the art because I actually want the one about the art to be next to the one of the art. Not that I usually am that particular about Can't type and speak at the same time. Not that I'm usually that particular about what the grid or the profile looks like, but in this case, I do want to be a little bit more intentional, just knowing that I'm going to be building a sequence of posts intentionally for the TikTok page specifically. The Philippines. What did I do wrong? That's what it was. Okay. Alignment, Earth, School, Love. Sure. No, let's do Serve. That's good enough. All right, this will be my last scheduled post for this sake of this video. I'm gonna go ahead and actually schedule the rest of them, but it'll be good enough for now. I do think I have videos scheduled all the way through February, but I can't remember. I normally keep the dates in mind, so I'm just going to schedule more than one post for these next few days, which is fine by me. I have the other ones scheduled at midnight, so I'll just schedule these for another time. I set it as a premiere schedule. So I trust that this was helpful. I hope so, at least. And if you have any questions, you feel free to reach out and ask. It's pretty straightforward, though. I trust that these tools will be of benefit to you in all of your future endeavors. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, night, evening, whatever time it is where you are watching this right now. And I trust that God watches over you each and every day, brings you the most beautiful things in life.